Got a 2016 Subaru Outback right here. Today we're going to be replacing the alternator. You can see this one's getting only about 9 volts, which is not good. In this case, this is a bad alternator. Also, this job is very straightforward and simple, so anybody can pretty much do it. So the tools you're going to need are 15mm socket. You're going to need a 12mm socket. You got a 10mm socket right here. Got my flathead screwdriver. This alternator is used, and I purchased it from eBay for about 45 bucks, free shipping. So what you want to do is disconnect the battery terminals first. Go ahead and remove this piece right here, this plastic cover that is held by one 10mm. Go ahead and take that off. Alternator is going to be right here, just right on the top. We're going to disconnect this wiring harness and that one. All you got to do is use your flathead screwdriver, just pry this up. Then you'll have a 12mm screw right there, so go ahead and take that off. Put it right here so I don't lose it. Then you have this wiring harness. You just press on that tab. You kind of wiggle it back and forth and it should pop right off. So we're gonna remove this metal bracket right here. It's got 1 and 2 10mm. Just gonna move that to the side. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and remove the belt. This is gonna be your belt tensioner. This is a 15mm. If you have a longer wrench, that'll make it easier for you to push that belt down like that, so you can remove the belt. Before you remove the belt, I would recommend that you take a picture of the belt diagram so you don't get confused when it's time for you to put the belt back on. Go ahead and push it down like this. I'm doing this with one hand. Remove the belt. If you want, you don't have to remove the whole belt. You can just kind of simply let it sit like this so you don't lose track of the belt routing. This alternator is held by 2 bolts. So you got 1 and 2. They are 12mm. So go ahead and remove them. This bolt, shorter one right here, and this longer one. Move the alternator back and forth in order for you to remove that bolt. If you have a longer pry bar, it'll make it easier for you to pry it off. All right, now another tip for you guys is if you have a brand new alternator or a refurbished one or used one, you can go ahead and get it tested at any auto parts store if you want before you install it. That way you can be 100% sure that the one you're getting is in good working condition. That's just a little tip for you guys. If you don't have to do it, go ahead and install this one. To install the new one, basically everything is just reverse order. Just line it up right here. It might be a little bit tight for that to go in, so you might have to hit it with a hammer right here. Just make sure you're careful when you do it. So I just gave it a few taps right there. Just make sure it's lined up correctly. Just kind of lightly tap it. Now it's in there, so go ahead and put your bolts back on right here. We're going to put the belt back on, put the 2 connectors back on, put this metal bracket back on, and we're going to crank it up and make sure we're getting about 13 to 14 volts. All right, so before we had the battery light on the dash, but now the battery light's not on. So we're getting about 14 volts, 14.2. It's gonna fluctuate a little bit, but that's normal. But yeah, now we have a working alternator, and that's it, guys. That's how you replace the alternator in the Subaru. Very easy job. If you guys got any questions for me, comment down below. This video helped you guys out. Give me a thumbs up. Also click on the subscribe button. If you guys want the same tools that I use, I'll have the parts link down in the description for you guys. And again, thank you for watching.